Hello everyone, how are you doing today? It's Seth here from Magic Gamer, and today I am going to bring you a brand new Hypixel Skyblock video. Before we get started, I just want to give a quick note. I'm using my computer microphone right now as I don't have access to my other microphone, so if there's any audio issues, I'm sorry about that. But without further ado, let's get into this update video. Alright, so this update is based around the end, and there's not much change to, most of this area. However, there is a new area. So from the entrance, you just drop down this hole, and you come here, and then once you find the dragon gate, you just come right, and this is the new Void Sepulcher. So it does require combat level 25. I'm combat level 24, so I might make an part 2 video about this once I get combat 25. But basically in here there are two mobs. There's, you can see a couple there. There's the Voidgloom Fanatic, which has 750,000 health, and then the Voidgloom Extremist, which has 8 million health. So it'll be quite the challenge. If you're coming from the Dragon Gate, just turn left and you'll see it. If you're coming from up top, just come down to the Dragon Gate and turn right. Another huge part of this update, if we ring Maddox up, is the new Voidgloom Slayer. So, basically, this is a brand new Slayer. So far, I've only been able to do Tier 1 as I'm still trying to get Shadow Cess and Armor. But Tier 2, we know, has 15 million health. Tier 3 has 66 million health, and Tier 4 has 300 million health. So these are big bosses, and they take a long time to kill, and it takes a lot of effort and armor to kill. They're meant to be killed in a group. So as you can see here, there's a few boss drops, and then I'll put the patch notes down in the description below so you guys can see all of the stuff about it. And then we also have some recipes. And this brings me to the next part of the update, which is soul flow. So if I go over to my accessory bag, you can see here we have a soul flow pile. And basically the way this works is that when you're leaving combat, you convert up to 5 soul flow into 200 overflow mana. So if we head to hub real quick, and then we come to the Bazaar, and we go to combat, there's this new thing in the Bazaar called Voidgloom Slayer, and as you can see, here are all the items. So let's just get some raw soul flow. Oops. At 5 soul flow, and then we can just consume it. And now we internalized 5 soul flow and have a total of 42. I don't know why it was saying 0 earlier. So now, if we turn on our soul flow pile, now we can see we've converted in this bottom corner over here to 200 overflow mana. So let's just turn this off so I don't use all my soul flow. And you might be asking yourself, well, what is overflow mana? So if you remember back before the most recent update, if I were to hold, per se, my Jerry Sheen Gun, right, and see how it gives me 594 mana, well, earlier if I were to switch to a weapon like this that didn't give me any mana, it would keep that extra mana. So overflow mana is now, it's like a version of that. So it's extra mana that you don't lose when you die or when you switch lobbies. But if you see, I actually used up that mana, and I'll just use this to get rid of it. But as you can see, I just used up my overflow mana, and it doesn't come back unless I use my soul flow pile. And there's two types of soul flow: raw soul flow and soul flow, which each give you different amounts of soul flow. So if we ring Maddox up again, and we can look at some of the recipes. We can look at, so right now I'm Enderman Slayer 2 and Enderman Slayer 1, which gives you the Voidwalker Katana. It's not too great, but it can be crafted from 32 null spheres and a stick. So that'll cost you around 40k. So it's a pretty good weapon, but not great. once we get into Enderman Slayer level 2, we unlock the Null Void, which is 2 stacks of Null Spheres and half a stack of Enchanted Obsidian. And then the Soulflow Pile, which I just showed you, is crafted from 90 Null Spheres. We have the Lesser Soulflow Engine, which basically is used as a minion upgrade to have the minion output but start generating Soulflow. And this is crafted from Iron Blocks, Eyes of Ender, and Enchanted Iron Blocks and Enchanted Eyes of Ender. And then we also have the regular Soulflow, which is crafted from 160 raw Soulflow, which gives us 160 Soulflow instead of 1. We can also take a look at Enderman Slayer level 3. We have the Juju Shortbow, and this is pretty good because, first of all, it instantly shoots and it can damage Enderman, and it's also got a high amount of damage, which is really good. And then we have this Soul Iso Ward, which basically makes you invulnerable for 5 seconds, but you can't deal damage. And then it halves your damage for 2 seconds afterwards. And as you can see, it costs actually Soulflow, which would come from our Soulflow pile. And then we have the Void Edge Katana, which is an upgrade from the Void Walker Katana. And basically, it gives you extra stuff. And then you have the Soul Cry, gaining 200 ferocity against Enderman for 4 seconds, which is really good for the boss. So once I get Enderman Slayer, like a higher Enderman Slayer, I get my Shadow Assassin armor, and I unlock the new area, the Void Sepulture. I'll make a video on that with the that stuff. So there's a few other general changes. Like I said, I'll put them in I'll put the patch notes in the description. There's also lots of new items, which we'll see when I get a higher Enderman Slayer level. But let's go over a couple of the new general changes. All right, so the first thing we have to talk about is Slayers. So if we, oh no, we don't have to ring Maddox up. But basically, first of all, you can now only damage a Slayer if you've actually completed it. So for example, I can't damage someone's tier 3, tier 4, tier 2 Enderman Slayer until I've actually beaten the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. And they've also changed combat. So before the Enderman Slayer, it used to be where if you were to kill a mob, it would tell you like you have maybe 28,000 out of 50,000 combat XP. Now if I were to shoot something, then as we can see, it actually says right in chat, oops, right there, 31.17% of the way, and that's to combat 25. So as you can see, we're kind of close. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of one of the cool things. Also, Slayer prices have been changed a little bit. You can check that out if you call Maddox or just go over to him. And one of the big things is that if you've had aiming on your bow, it's actually been removed and changed to Dragon Tracer. So Dragon Tracer, if we go here, let's look. Here it is. So arrows home towards dragons if they're within 10 blocks. Oops, lowest price. So basically, it used to be aiming where it would just home to any mob. Now they've changed it to dragons, so now you actually have to shoot your, oops, yeah, now you have to actually shoot your bow at the mobs. Right now I'm using a Venom's Touch. Once I unlock the Juju Shortbow, I might use that, especially because it instantly shoots. With healing wands, they have been changed from 3 seconds to 7 seconds, but now their mana cost is greater. So as you can see, I heal 90 hearts for 7 seconds. Each second, I get 90 hearts. And one big thing that everyone's really sad about is the Jerry Sheen Gun. So the Jerry Sheen Gun, in case you didn't know, it used to be its rapid fire ability would shoot a Jerry bullet, and then it cost 10 mana to shoot, and everyone would be spamming it, and it was lots of fun. But now they've changed it so that each shot now has plus 30 mana cost after the previous one resetting after 4 seconds without shooting, and each time you shoot it, it's 30 mana. So as you can see, I can only shoot like 5 bullets, and then I run out of mana before it'll reset in like, like 4 seconds. So now, as you can see, I can fire more, and it's changed to kind of more single target damage. So it's been a really big nerf to the Jerry Sheen gun, and you know, people aren't really liking it, but it's kind of what has to happen, because people were just spamming it, and it was kind of getting so that, you know, people's mobs were being taken when they were trying to kill it. And just a couple other things, you know, item changes. There's not a bunch, like I've said about like 5 times now. I'll put the patch notes in the description, so please don't be asking me in the comments, you know, what happened to this, what happened to that. Unless it's not in the patch notes, then I can probably make a video on that. But other than that, that's pretty much all about this update. We do have some, you know, we used to have a little bit of stuff, a bit of news about the new mining update, the part 2 mining update that's coming out, and if we get any more news, I'll make another video on it. But that has been the video for today. If you enjoy, please think about subscribing, commenting, liking down below, and if you really enjoyed this video, just give it a like, give it a comment, tell me what I could do better, or, you know, just give me some, if you want to give me some constructive criticism, that's fine. Maybe give me some feedback, or if you just have something nice to say, that'd be great. So, thank you everyone for coming, and I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to stay magical. Bye!